All right, y'all, let's get into the saddest little beauty haul you've ever seen in your life. One of the most ghetto things about adulting is the fact that you run out of everything at the same time. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I got my list here in my notebook. So I got like my little pocket notebook, and then I have my little Hobonichi planner, which, so during this whole 90-day redesign, if you haven't been keeping up with me, or if you're new here, or you're only watching for the beauty things, August, I made the decision to pause everything, strip my life down, stop my business, and redesign my life. And in the process of me doing this, I had to ask myself, what do I like? This was perplexing, okay? Outside of beauty and fitness, what do I like? I wasn't sure. I had to sit with it. So I had to go back in time, and I went back to my childhood, and I had to think about what I liked to do as a kid. And I like crafting. I like journaling. And so because I thought about these things, like I was a Lisa Frank girly, okay? I like Lisa Frank. I like the color. I like to draw. I like art. I like Beanie Babies. That's the type of kid that I was. Very, very just crafty, artsy. And so I've gone back to that, which threw me into the planner community here on YouTube, which I had no clue. I had no clue this existed. So I am getting back into that as a hobby. Anyway, I said all that to say I have a Hobonichi planner. If you're in the planner community, then you know, and if you don't, then you're like, what the heck is that? This is not for the girlies who aren't like legit for real heavily into planning, journaling. Anywho, I said all that to say, y'all know I'm a journaler anyway, but I'm going to get into more so like scrapbooking, and I'm going to get more into like heavily just creative side of journaling because I love that. But also at the same time, I said that to say I wrote down in my little pocket notebook, because that's the other thing too. I'm a notebook girly. I have always had a notebook in my purse, but I made a list of my personal items that I needed, right? So here's what we have on the list. I need conditioner. I need protein treatments. I need to get shine spray. I need facial cleanser. I need facial moisturizer. Murillo needs face exfoliator. Murillo needs shampoo. He needs a scalp scrubber, like the actual one to scrub his scalp. Because let me tell you something. My sweetheart got the driest skin I have ever seen in my life. And I just said, you know what? This is a little embarrassing because you live with a beauty professional. Your skin should never look like this. Your scalp should never look like this. So I don't know if he'll let me, but maybe we could do a little bit of my process for how I help clients with dry scalp, because listen, I know it's cold out. I already was seeing it in salon. A lot of people coming in with just like dry scalps and all the things. So maybe he'll let me do that. I don't know. Don't hold your breath. And I also need some new eyeliner. I need some new setting powder because I have hit the pan, y'all. Like, where's my powder? I hate this about me. I hate that this Givenchy powder is my favorite powder. And so here's the thing. Like, we're still good. Like, we've got some in there, but I'm losing more of that yellow. And this is 60 doll hairs. This is the first time in probably 13 years. Is that how long I've been doing makeup? Yeah, first time in 13 years that I did not shop the Sephora sale. I did not shop the Sephora sale. I did not do any recommendations. I did not do what not to buy. I did not do, I didn't do anything. And I want to talk about this really quickly because first of all, my channel is officially 11 years old. And I just want to say, I don't know, I just feel it in my spirit to apologize. Because I understand that the majority of you are here because of beauty. And I'm always going to be a beauty girl. And I know my channel has changed. But I think on the other side of that, you have to understand my channel is 11 years old. So I am not the same human that I was 11 years ago. I have grown. I have just a lot. My life has changed. And I've also been struggling a lot like real talk. You guys have been seeing my struggle in real time. That's part of the reason why I pulled back a little bit, because I had to get myself together. But most importantly, you know, the Lord had to really he had to work some stuff up out of me, okay? And in the process of me praying and asking the Lord to expose my heart, here's what I've realized. First of all, I have been feeling tension in my soul for the past 3 years now when it came to work, my beauty business. And in May was when I really started getting tension around doing beauty content. And I had to come up here and say, hey, I can't do this. I can't do this. It just doesn't feel right in my spirit. I was unsettled. And then after that, traveling, doing stage glam, that same tension started to feel unsettled. I was exhausted. I was tired. I was burned out. Had to pause that. And then the last piece of the pie was my job at the Blowout Bar. We have a lot of things going on, you know, in my home, like moving, we're supposed to be moving, all these things. And the Lord spoke to me clear as day. And he just said, the Holy Spirit said to me, until you go full obedience and fully step away, you're going to have tension. So I had to quit. And while I was not expecting that, which I was going to have to anyway, just due to the move, but as soon as I made that decision and I full-blown surrendered, the tension went away. And so I said all that to say, first of all, thank you to everybody who has been rocking with me on this channel, you know, the whole time, part of the time. Maybe you came in on the bodybuilding end. Maybe you came in because you like, you know, just my Bible content. The thing about me is I just realized that I am who I am. God created me the way that I am. Okay. So if you're here, you're going to get Bible, you're going to get beauty, you're going to get bodybuilding. That's just what it is. But something that the Lord exposed in my heart yesterday, because I got a PR package. First of all, I need to be uploading. This needs to be exporting, because what are we doing? If this doesn't upload, this is going to be my second time trying to... Wait, hold on. I was about to scream. All right. So yesterday, when I came home, I got a PR package from Urban Decay. Now, if you have been with me for a long time, you know I'm not a PR girly. As a professional makeup artist, as a beauty YouTuber, influencer, if that's what you want to call me, micro, nano, I don't know. I'm not the PR girly. Urban Decay is the only brand who has me on their PR list and has kept me and sends me things when they have new launches. And so when I saw this, I immediately just felt in my heart, I felt like, man, first of all, thank you. But also, I just felt, I'm going to be very honest. How come I wasn't able to achieve my goals with my beauty endeavors? My main goal, my number one goal, the thing that I worked so hard for, do not cry. We're not crying. The thing that I worked so hard for, the one thing that I wanted over anything was to have a successful beauty YouTube channel that I was able to make a full-time living off of and support my family. That's it. Didn't want to be rich. No, I just wanted to be able to do the thing that I love and make money from it. And because I love beauty education. That's my thing. I love it. And I understand, you know, things change. Like basically everybody knows how to do their makeup now. But when I got this PR package, I just felt kind of sad. Like I was grateful and sad at the same time, because it was just a reminder of what I was not able to achieve in that. From that perspective, I understand that the people that I have, I am very grateful for you being here, okay? I'm very grateful for you being here, but we all know what it takes to build a successful beauty YouTube channel. We know that you have to look a specific way. Like, I'm not an it girl. I think I've talked about that before. Like, I'm not like an Aaliyah Space. I'm not like a makeup Shayla, and that's not a hit to me. Like, I just understand. As someone who is a beauty professional, I understand that aspect of it. I understand the business aspect of it. I get it, you know, how you look. Because the thing is, it wasn't anything that I did wrong. I have the knowledge, the technique, the skill. I was posting 2 times a week, 3 times a week, like years on end. So the whole be consistent thing, this is the first time where I've been inconsistent. It's just because I pulled back because priorities are shifting. But when I got this, it was just a reminder of my failure. And I love y'all. And I know in the comments, you're going to say, Amber, you didn't fail. You've helped me out. And this is the first time I'm going to say, yes, please tell me that, because I do, in this particular area of my life, I do need to be affirmed. I do need to be affirmed, okay? I'm an honest girl. I need that affirmation. But getting this made me think, oh, a reminder of my failure. And then the Lord spoke to me and said that the reason why you did not achieve that is because you would not be nearly as close to me as you are right now. This was God's way of keeping me holy. This was God's way of withdrawing me to himself. Because here's the thing, there is nothing sinful about what I wanted. Here was the issue. And y'all, like, I'm exposing my heart to you. I am overly driven. I am overly ambitious, okay? The ingenuity, the grind, the hustle, I will do it all, was doing it all, was grinding, striving hard, make the money, do this, do that, show up in the salon, go travel here, create the content, rinse, repeat. But the issue was, it became an idol. It became an idol. Anything that you do, anything that has your focus more than God is an idol. And so at that moment, I had to accept that yucky part of me. I did. I had to accept it, you know? And even through the process of this over the summer, like, y'all, this year I went through for the first time just a feeling of covetousness. I'm not someone who has a jealous spirit or coveting others have, but, you know, when I saw everything falling apart just from, you know, my beauty business, from my YouTube dreams, it felt like every time I looked up, someone was opening a new salon, someone was getting new clients, new people, or people are just starting these beauty YouTube channels, and they're just, yeah. And so it was hard for me. It was hard for me to get up here and present that content and act like I'm okay on the inside when I'm not okay. Now, I will say this, like doing the weekly what's new in beauty, like buying products, the consumerism of it, I can't do that because listen, that will not in this economy. It's because, again, I'm not on anyone's PR list. Beforehand, when I was working full-time in salon and I had disposable income, yes, but I'm not working full-time. I don't have disposable income. My life is completely different. Therefore, I can't do those things. And would it be easier to do it? And would I be happy to do it if I were on PR list? Absolutely. But the reality of my life is I don't got it like that. So therefore, I can't do that. And my goal, my plan that I had with my content for this channel when it came to beauty, I was going to flip it. It was still going to be beauty, but it was just going to be hard hitting, just like beauty education. Bam, bam, bam. And every time I got ready to do it, I just felt that tension in my heart. And now I think the reason why I had that tension in my heart was just simply because the Lord's just trying to work some of this, you know, that hyper focus drive, he's just trying to work all that out of me. So I said all that to say, I am sorry. And I owe y'all an apology. If you felt like I just said, oh, screw y'all and what you want, like, no, that's not it. Especially this time of year, I've been getting so many comments on old beauty content, you know, and I get it because YouTube has marked me as a beauty YouTuber. The only time it kind of flipped up on me was when I did my, my show day vlog, when I won my IFBB Pro card, and I got so many views on that it tried to stick me in the category as a bodybuilding channel. I was like, no, we ain't a bodybuilding channel. And I was like, I bodybuild. I am a bodybuilding professional, but that's a part of my life, right? And so that's why I prefer vlogs, because I'm all about, hey, like, this is just how I do life. This is what I'm doing. When we're doing it vlog style, you get a little bit of everything. We might, hey, bust down and exegete a verse. We might be in the gym. We might be looking at some beauty products. That's how I like to go about it. However, I just wanted to say I owe y'all an apology. And I hope you can just offer grace. I am wrestling with something right now as far as what to do with this channel and other things that the Lord is telling me. I have started a community. It's called the Biblical Bodybuilder. So building strong minds for the body of Christ. You can follow on Instagram. You can go to amberp.com to join the community. It's a free space for women who are within, you know, any realm of fitness. If you're on a health and fitness journey, if you're on a muscle gaining journey, if you are a bodybuilder, if you're just a lifestyler, the connection piece is that, hey, you know, we just work out and we love the Lord. So if that's something you're interested in, we have Bible studies twice a month. It's a community. And even if you aren't into fitness, but you just want community with Bible study, I have that. And then I am thinking of doing y'all tell me what you think, because y'all have been saying it for a while, but I have just been trying to conceptualize in my mind, how in the world can I handle all of that? But now, since I don't have a job and I'm not traveling and I don't have no clients on my book outside of this last show in December, I got time, and we just out here off of faith and hopes and wishes and a prayer at this point, because I don't know nothing. But I do have time, and so I'm thinking I am going to start a second YouTube channel specifically for that. Y'all tell me what you think. But as far as this channel, I'm just gonna come up here and show and do what I do, and I understand that you know, it is what it is. I do it because I like it. I just like it. But anywho, this PR. So Urban Decay, they know what shade I am, right? Because they sent me, was it last year when it came out? The Face Bond. They sent me this. I love this. This is my favorite foundation, shade 31 to be exact, okay? So they know what I look like. And they sent me the Cool Tone palette. And while I am so grateful, I'm not going to use this. So I'm giving it away to somebody. I already know who I'm giving it away to. And it's not even anything that I would put in my kit, because I already have a cooler tone palette that I would use. But this component is interesting. I have never seen anything like this before, where it slides up like that. But and then they also sent me the all-nighter makeup setting spray. This is what I've always used on my clients. I go back and forth between the one size. Now, here's the thing with the one size. The one size will choke you up. I just don't know that the one size is necessary for everyday life. One size if you live in Florida. One size for like a wedding outside, or what I do, like bodybuilding glam. But just for every day to be spraying on your face, that junk is like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And even for me, I live in the South, and I'm the oiliest girl in the South. And I'm just kind of like... And girls like, I need my makeup to stay on. And we going on 2026. If makeup can't stay on without a setting spray, baby, we have missed the plot. We have desperately missed the plot. But anywho, that's a little PR haul. And I do know that this is reformulated because they are no longer with Scandinavia. I don't know if y'all saw all that tea happen. I was like, Lord have mercy. So I haven't tried this one, so I can't speak to it. But when I try it, I'll let you know. So here's what's on the agenda. We need to go shopping. And in the name of being mindful of consumerism, like I said, I have not bought anything. I only buy what I need. Oh, I need a new eyebrow pen. So those things that I talked about that I needed, we're sticking to the list. We're going to get those guys. Brown eyeliner, pink pumpkin. I want to try that Huda Beauty powder. That's why I brought up the Givenchy. And here's the thing. The Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette is on my list. But in the name of being mindful of finances and just being real about what I do, I have not been wearing eyeshadow like that. And this is not limited edition. Is this limited edition? I don't believe this is limited edition. No, I don't think it's limited edition. So therefore, I can pick this up whenever I want. This is not a necessity, okay? Because that's the other thing too. I have to get back on track with finances. Finances have just been all over the place just because work has been all over the place, right? But the Lord's still providing, okay? Okay? He provides for the birds. The lilies don't worry about how they're gonna grow. How much more does he love you? You're valuable, amen. So I think I'm just going to hold off on that, and I'm going to get, for sure, because I'm all out of eyeliner. What I have been using for eyeliner is my Laura Mercier in the shade Cocoa. Like, she's done. There's nothing else there. And I'm just so proud of myself for using things. So I'm not just buying makeup for kicks and giggles. I'm buying things that I actually really need. And then for my hair products, so I have shifted back over to my OG 2 products, my Paul Mitchell foam and then my Weed Odd Climate Control Gel. I've been going back and forth with the dew, and I like the dew, I realized, for the summertime because I do need that extra hold. But the only thing about the dew is I just hate that it doesn't have slip. It doesn't have slip for me. The One Mousse, oh my gosh, Chief Rocka, I like that one. That one does have, it has more slip than the other one, the Honeybee, I believe that's what it's called. I can't think of it. But the dew and just like the slip situation, I just like my combination of Paul Mitchell and the Weed Odd Gel. I've been using that for what? How long have I been natural? 9 years now? Like 8, 9 years? That's what I've been going back to. But protein treatments and oh, I need, did I have conditioner? Yeah, I need conditioner. So we're going to have to either go to Ulta or Sephora to get some things. And then we'll do like a little haul, you know? So let's get ready for the day. Okay. The quality I had to change to 1080 just simply because when I record on this itty bitty camera in 4K for I think like 20 minutes, it gets hot and it shuts off because it just can't handle that. But anywho, I just remember that I am going to be going to the gym when I get back home. So therefore I'm not going to be doing a lot, which I haven't been doing a lot anyway. But so something else that I need to get, I don't know if I'm going to get another one of these. Absolutely love this ABH brow pen. But here's the thing. I feel like I literally just got this and it is already dried out. I don't know. I feel like the Milani one lasted longer. I'm talking way longer. So I'm trying, let me go to my purchases and see if I can, let's see, not now. The last time I bought something from Sephora was on May 4th. And that is when I bought this. So I am absolutely out of my mind. This did not run out fast. I am ridiculous. Y'all, I am recording this on, it's freaking November 19th. It's my godson's birthday. And here I am talking about oh, this ran out fast. Y'all, I bought this on May 5th. Girl, be effing for real. Okay, so that explains, yeah. And this is a product that I use every day because one thing about me, everything else, I don't have to have nothing else on my face. 2 things for sure. My hair gotta look right and I gotta have my brows on. Everything else, I'm like, whatever. But, okay, so this, I've been experiencing this since last week. So from May, June, July, August, September, October. I've had this for 6, get up, no. They ain't no, there's no way I had this for 6 months. I've had this for, hold on, I'm signing into my Sephora account. People texting me. Don't nobody need to be texting me. No, because this wasn't even out on May 5th. No, this is a different order. How do I see, Lord, I should know how to see this because I clearly worked at Sephora for a little bit. When did I purchase this? Okay, that's better. I purchased this in October. Okay, so October 2nd to be exact. All right, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy. So that's the last time I bought something. I got my brow pen and I got my brown sugar Summer Fridays. Okay, so yeah, I'm not buying another one of these because I got it October 2nd. It's November 19th and it ran out. Got it. So, the thing that I hate about the Milani is that it doesn't have the brush on the other side. And you're probably thinking, oh, Amber, well, you could just get the brush or something. But I want it all together. I want it all together. Anywho, I said all that to say, since I'm going to the gym, I I ain't doing too much, so I'm just going to take my Sephora Micro Smooth in the shade Almond. It is discontinued. They don't make it anymore. I'm sorry. The only equivalent that I can think of would be MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, which this is a dupe for that. That's why I stopped using it. I know, what's the name? Oh my gosh, I can see the brand because the gondola was right there by my station when I used to work at Sephora. Oh my goodness. Kosas. Kosas has some. I've played with them a little bit on clients, but I don't know. I haven't used it on myself, so I can't speak to it. Like, I would use it to set somebody with dry skin, but this right here is my favorite, and they don't do it no more. They don't do her no more. So this is going to be like the quickest little 1-2 step. I don't even know if this is even worth me showing y'all. Just a little something something. I cannot tell you the last time I wore liquid foundation. Somebody asked me about the Natasha Denona liquid foundation yesterday in a comment from an old video, and I'm like, girl, I don't know. I don't know. Alrighty. Then this has been, I love her. I've had this for years. Okay. Powder foundations, for them to expire, it don't typically happen. I have had this for years, and I am petrified that Natasha Denona is going to stop making it, so I probably need to get another one. I know I've had this for at least 4 years. At least 4 years, and I typically only use it in the fall and winter, but I'm looking at the shade, and I'm like, you know what? I could probably be using this year round, just simply because my taste has changed. Like, y'all know I'm a bronzy girly. I like to be warm or whatever, but I don't know, sis. And I could just be in a mood, you know, like, things change. We be in moods sometimes. And then Sweetest Cocoa by MAC is discontinued, and I didn't realize it until I did that Get Ready With Me video. Absolute trash. Okay. That's it. We're not doing anything else, okay? I just need to put a little color to the face, and we Gucci. So here's the thing, because there's always a thing, okay? It is a couple of days later. I want to say it is, I don't know, I think maybe 3 days later. It's Sunday, 2:30 p.m., November 23rd. So never went to the gym, didn't run those errands because, well, life things happened, and had to go with Murillo to run some errands for the bakery. So, you know, obviously family, business, work stuff comes first. Okay, so I have gone into 2 stores so far, and I had all intentions on vlogging in the stores, but here's the thing. Today is Sunday. Thanksgiving is this Thursday. It is packed. It is a madhouse. The holidays, y'all, are upon us. On top of that, I frequent a very busy part of Charlotte. Charlotte is the largest city in North Carolina, not the capital, that's Raleigh, but it's busy where I'm at, moving and grooving, smack dab in the city. And you know, you got to keep your head on a swivel. I don't care where you live, you should anyway, but I just thought to myself, you know what, it is busy, it's holiday time. I don't know that it is wise for me to be whipping out my camera and just vlogging. So therefore, I did not vlog going into any stores. I'm about to go into Sephora right now, and still, same thing. I'm not going to do that in there. However, fun fact confession, I'm going into the Sephora that I used to work at, and I have not gone to the Sephora since my last day in June. And the reason being was because I was salty because I didn't want to quit this job in the first place. So I guess I was a little bit bitter. I guess I had some animosity, not towards them or anybody there, just towards the situation, because this was a job that I didn't want to leave. I liked it. I was fine. I liked being, you know, in the midst of everything. However, per the schedule, per the company, it didn't work out. So I'm about to go in here for the first time in June, July, August, September, October, November, in 5 months. Now here's the thing, it ain't like I've been shopping at Sephora like that anyway, because y'all, we already talked about that earlier. But anywho, I digress. Let's go. Okay, so I got to see one of the girls, the MUAs, and it is actually her last day. So I'm so glad that I came in to see her and to reconnect with her. The store is totally different. They've remodeled, done some things, switched some things around, which is really cool to see. But it just, you know, furthermore confirmation after, you know, hearing some things that all things work together for good, and it was a blessing in disguise. Now, here's the thing. I was extremely underwhelmed with this Huda Beauty powder, okay? So the reason why I was considering this one was because I'm getting ready to run out of my Givenchy powder, and I didn't want to pay $60 for it. I love my Givenchy powder, okay? That's my favorite. And so I saw this one, and I was like, okay, cool, this is new, and it's called Pink Pumpkin. And so when I saw it and I was swatching it on my hand, I just had a moment where I had to be for real with myself. I was like, okay, Amber, cut the hype, cut the noise. I don't like I'm not someone that goes for that pink look under the eyes on a regular basis. Like, I have the purple one, but you know, I have things that where if I don't use it on me, I can use it on my clients, but I also don't want a bunch of junk in my kit as well. So I ended up not getting it because I know me. That's the thing. Like, I've been in makeup for so long for like doing my own makeup and then with my client makeup. Like, I have been a makeup girly for so long, I know what I'm going to use. And I have to ask myself, baby girl, are you really going to use this? No, because I prefer that hint of yellow. And then here's the other thing too. With the Huda powder, I like it. It's loose. If you've been with me for a minute, you know I don't like loose powder like that. Not because loose powder is bad, I don't like the mess. With the Givenchy, I love that it has the 4 colors, you know. So if I want to put a little bit of like that peachy tone in there, I can grab some. But I also have the yellow tone in there, and it's pressed. So I would rather save my money, buy what I know I like, and not be stuck with something else that's just storing up in my kit. Because that's my other toxic trait too. And if you're a makeup artist, you know, you buy something for yourself and you're like, oh, well, if I don't like it, I can just put it in my kit. Well, guess what? Now your kit ends up with a bunch of junk you're not going to use on a regular basis. Because that's the other thing too with my kit. I know what I like. I know my demographic. I know what products I like for each skin tone. So I didn't get it. I walked out of Sephora with nothing. I swatched one of the Danessa Meyer's color the color fixes and the stick. That was really cool. I saw that one size has their own, it looks like a MAC mineralized skin finish. So I got super excited because I was like, oh, is this going to be a dupe for the Micro Smooth? Because Sephora still makes Micro Smooth, but they don't have our shade if you're a shade twin. They don't have almond anymore. So I swatched it and it feels great, it feels amazing, but it doesn't have as much pigmentation as a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish or the Sephora Micro Smooth, where those don't have a lot of pigment, but I could tell that this one was definitely more so of that sheer effect for setting powder, which I like, for setting foundation, which I like, because if I'm working on someone who does have really dry skin and I don't want to go in with a loose powder, that is typically what I would want to do. I haven't talked makeup in a hot minute. Anywho, yeah, so I walk out of Sephora with nothing. Whatever, my bank account and my budget is happy. So now I just know, save my coins for my Givenchy powder. All right, y'all, let's get into the saddest little beauty haul you've ever seen in your life. Okay, so there's no makeup here, which I thought I was going to get a couple of things. So we already talked about the Huda Beauty powder. For the eyeliner, I already had one in my kit. I had 2. I had a double. So I just said, okay, well, I can just take this one and use it on myself because it hasn't been used yet. And then the other thing that I was eyeing was the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette. The one where it's small and it's all the mattes. I love his eyeshadows. So my favorite eyeshadows are by Natasha Denona and Patrick Ta, like chef's kiss. Those two, mwah, love them. Will always recommend those. But I was looking at the mattes and I have the big palette with all the mattes, right? And so I had to have a come to Jesus moment with myself. Where is mine? Boom, there she go. Oh, not that one. Hold on. Well, okay. I have both. So I have this one, Major Dimension 2, and this one lived in my kit for about a year and a half, but I pulled it out because I like to rotate things, and I felt like all my eyeshadow looks were starting to look the same, so I pulled it out. But where is my... Boom, there it is. I have this one. This is the larger size of it. Oh, wait. I thought I had the palette that was all matte. I don't have it. Oh boy, that just goes to show I don't know what I have. So I can purchase that one. I thought, you know what it was? Because I was contemplating getting the big one for a long time. And for some reason, I thought I had it. Okay, so I have Major Dimension 1. The one on the bottom is mine. And then the one on the top is what I would use on clients. So just kidding. I am going to go back and get that because I love that it's all matte because I haven't been wearing shimmer at all. And I like that it's mini and that it's small. And I haven't bought an eyeshadow palette in a long time. I'm so annoyed because I could have gotten it right then and there. But however, that's good. Isn't it sad that I thought I had it? That just goes to show I have too much junk. Y'all go through your stuff. And that's what I need to do. I always do it at the beginning of the new year where I'll go through, I'll do inventory on all my makeup. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of stuff like some of these OG ABH palettes I'm looking at, like the Soft Glam, the Modern Renaissance Subculture. I have them just for like keepsakes, but I'm just kind of questioning, like, do I even need to have them? Like, I don't touch them. It's just stuff. And I think a lot of this is because I have been sitting with the book of Ecclesiastes for quite some time now. And something that's been going on with me this past week is just like, I have not been excited. Like, the best way I can put it is I just feel dry. I felt dry. So then I had to go in the Bible last night and I was reading, the story of the dry bones, and I got a word from the Lord for myself for it. I'm not going to share here, but anywho, I felt restored, and it just reminded me that, hey, it's okay if things feel dry sometimes. The Lord can restore and bring you new. And also something else that I had to realize is what's going on is my eyes are being opened. And so I legit feel like King Solomon, like everything is meaningless. Paul says in 2 Timothy, I think chapter 6, we come in this world with nothing and we leave this world with nothing. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, all of this stuff is meaningless. Now, there's nothing wrong with having stuff. That's not what I'm saying, but that's just where my headspace has been at. Anywho, I said all that to say I'm going to get that little one. The only makeup item that I have is my Milani. This is the microblading, the weekend brow. Y'all know I've been using this forever. Loved the ABH one, but it ran out so quick. This one does not run out fast at all, and I think it's because maybe it's fatter, but also too, sometimes y'all know these brands are trying to trick you for your Gucci and you don't get that much product in there. I need to check to see how much product is in it, which I don't know how they even go about that because it's a felt tip. Does it say? Oh yeah, okay, so it says 1 ml. Now I need to check to see what that brow pen was by ABH. Hold please. Because this one doesn't have the spoolie on it. And that's why the ABH one appealed to me, because it had a spoolie. So I wonder if you get more in this because there is no spoolie. Things might be making sense. Y'all are probably sick of me in this daggone brow pen. It's okay if you are. Brow pen. And I looked at the Amberp palette too because I thought that was super cute. I like those colors. And I looked at the new Makeup by Mario palette because that looks way better in person. Online, I was like, man, but in person, yeah, clutch. So let me see. 0.5 ml. That's why. So it's half. That's why it ran out so fast on me. I'm not local. Okay, so save you some money. Use a spoolie from something else. Get you the weekend brow. Because this is $9 and the ABH brow pen is $28. You get a spoolie on the other side, but you get half the amount. Nutty. All right. And then I got me some Post-it notes because, well, I just always need Post-it notes. I love gingerbreads. I can't wait to have kids because when I have kids, I've got this whole gingerbread theme that I'm going to be doing throughout my house. And then I got a snowflake for winter. So for my planner, journal things, feminine hygiene, Summer's Eve. Listen, you do you. I'ma do me. I don't need you coming in my comments saying, don't do this, don't do that. Like I know my body, okay? And I like the honey pot one, but the honey pot one, sensitive skin that I like, they were out. So for me, this is a must. Y'all, I'm a professional athlete. I train really hard. I'm a sweaty girl. Like I I don't mess around with hygiene. So yeah, got that. Coming up next for my facial cleanser, I just got the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. It is the winter time, so this is perfect for me. This one's for normal to dry skin. Although I am a super, super oily skin girl, I can utilize this in the winter time just simply because I don't want my skin to feel super, super dry. Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Neutrogena I have been rocking with since I was a preteen, adolescence, puberty, acne, all the things, but it's just a basic cleanser. Basic cleanser. And again, you know, I don't have any dire skin needs. Like I don't have super dry skin. I don't have sensitive skin. I don't have acne, like a ton of acne needs, you know, so just something basic, a basic cleanser. My thought process is I want to spend money on things that are going to stay on my face, not things that are going down the drain. Cleansers are going down the drain. You can save your money. Now, I do feel like it's different when you are working with skin that is like you got an acne flare, you need a little bit more salicylic acid, yes, but I don't got nothing going on. This is fine. And I think that's all for, yeah. So brow pen, feminine care, cleanser for the face. I'll move into my hair thing. So I got me some Weedod Climate Control Gel. This is my favorite gel. I use this gel for years. For the conditioner that I landed on, I forgot about this. So this is by Weedod as well. This is the moisturizing conditioner. So it is made for perfect for tight curls, which that's what we got. Tight coils, curls, and it is a hydrating conditioner. So I will be utilizing this. And then I got me some more curl therapy. So this is a lightweight protein treatment. I use this a lot when I was in studio on my clients. I like it because it's lightweight. So therefore you don't have to worry about it making your hair so hard that it breaks, because there is such thing as too much protein. So if you're someone who already has significantly stronger hair and then you're using too much protein or a protein treatment that is too potent, it can have the adverse effect and it can make your hair hard and your hair can snap. This one is lightweight. It's perfect for curly, coily, natural, or whatever type coils you got going on. I use it once a week on my hair and it doesn't make my hair hard, doesn't make my hair brittle, nothing, none of that. So that's that on that. And then the things that I got for Murillo. So obviously, Murillo and I were very different. We are two separate entities when it comes to hair and our skin needs. It has taken me 11 years for him to just wrap his head around this because he thinks that we can just share things. I'm like, no, sir, we can't. You are dry as the Sahara Desert and I am oily, like I am Miami. All right, I'm South Florida. All right, he's got silky, smooth Brazilian bundles straight. I got coily, kinky hair. We not the same, boss. We can't share. And he thinks it's just me being selfish and my only child ways. And while that can be true sometimes, a lot of times that the Lord has exposed and opened my eyes, that ain't true this time. We're different. So Murillo also battles with dry scalp. All right. So I do a Moroccan oil dry scalp treatment on him. And this I would do on clients in salon as well. Now hear me clear. We're talking scalp care. We ain't talking about, is this good or natural hair? We're talking scalp issues, okay? So I don't care how straight, how tight, how coily, whatever the case may be. You got AC, 3Z hair. Well, no. I'm talking about the scalp health. If you are battling with a dry, itchy, flaky scalp, you need the Moroccan oil dry scalp oil. Let me go get it. All right, so this is what it looks like, and it's by the brand Moroccan Oil, okay? And it has a dropper, and it says for dry scalp. What you do is you just take this dropper, you part your hair, and you drop it right on your scalp, massage it in. I let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you rinse it out, all right? And so for Murillo shampoo, I got him now. I've never tested this on anybody before, so he's my first test dummy, okay? But this is Idolized, which is a solid hair care brand. It's a professional brand. And this is their scalp sink. So this one is for dandruff control. So like I said, dry scalp, dandruff. I am seeing improvements on his scalp already. And then I have this tea tree oil. I believe this is by Paul Mitchell. So it's the Scalp Wellness. So this is a dry scalp serum. So in the morning, he's putting this, especially in the hairline area and right where his part is, that those areas are where he tends to be the driest the most. And he's been using this every morning for about a week now because I bought these. Yeah, I bought these last week. I'm just adding it all into the haul. But I bought these for him last week and we are seeing improvements. Amen. Amen. So if you're someone who's battling with a dry scalp situation, I would highly, definitely, this Moroccan oil right here. I have not tried this on my hair. I don't have dry scalp, so I don't know how this particular shampoo will go on natural or coily hair, but I can say another scrub that I like because I've used it on myself is the Briogeo, the charcoal scrub. That one exfoliates your scalp. It's fantastic. And then something else I would use in salon is Milani. They make, oh, I can't think of it. They make a scalp situation thingy too that you could put on your scalp. If you're someone who has natural hair and you're worried about it messing with your natural hair, then however, if your natural hair is already in good health, you don't got to worry about it. Anywho, I said all I needed to say. I have to now prepare for my Bible study for the Biblical Bodybuilder community. If you want to be a part of the Biblical Bodybuilder community, it is free. It is a free community for women who like to live on a health and wellness journey. That's just a connection point. And we love the Lord. All right. So our topic for tonight is going to be how to remain grateful during times of suffering, which is perfect because it's right before the holiday. So I thank y'all. Let me know your thoughts on me starting another channel, and it is going to be 100% faith-based. And then also, I am thinking about doing Vlogmas, but ain't nobody posting every single day because that would drive me crazy. But the reason why, oh, that smells good. That does not, most scalp shampoos smell medicated. Wow, that smells really good. Wow, sorry, I got distracted. What was I saying? I'm thinking about doing Vlogmas, but I can't do a video every day because I think I might lose my mind. But the reason why I'm thinking about doing Vlogmas is just to get myself back on track and getting on routine and getting the discipline of just, you know, creating, editing, and uploading again. I'm not upset at all for taking a step back because I needed to take a step back and just pull myself together. And that's the other thing too. We need to normalize rest. We need to normalize Sabbath. We need to normalize being still and understanding that we don't always need to be on. And like I said in one of my other videos now, I've just switched my mindset. Like, God's the algorithm. The videos will get out to who they need to get out to. So if you see it, guess what? You're God's chosen one, okay? I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Keep casting your net.